So we can't sit around here all day eating pies.
No.
No. So we're hipsters today. That's our thing.
Yeah.
Yep, you inspired me.
I didn't get a lot of sleep, but I made it in, and I thought I'd do my best Kanye impression.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, thanks.
I think there's as you mentioned earlier, there's a hint of the Karen as well about your new look.
I tried to. I thought, well, I've looked like a child's drawing for long enough. Let me try and look like an adult.
Why you just like take random coloured pencils? Right. Here's the hair. There we go.
Yeah, fuck it. Grey.
Yeah. Put it on the fridge. Mum, this is my beautiful piece of art.
Right. I thought I'd look normal, but I think I went a bit too far. Like,
it's called art, Mum.
You know when you get dumped and you go and get a haircut? I haven't been dumped. I just fancied a change.
Yeah, isn't that like rule?
Extreme.
I don't know, rule 37 of being a girl. Don't cut your own fringe after you've been dumped. Is that a rule?
I don't know. I cut my own fringe all the time.
Right. Yeah, but not straight after you've been dumped.
No, shaky hands.
Yeah, and just
despair.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Guys, it's Friday. The sun is shining outside. I'm trying this new technique. Right, you put this is quite good because you use like a normal mug, like you would, but then you've also got a sort of single-use plastic element to it.
Being drunk by a mug.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good, isn't it? Guys, coffee and memes, yeah?
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Slugger. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coffee and Memes on Threshold.fm, on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and just echoing out of your one night's stands anus. Just bellowing across the room. Just blah! Flapping, man. Just of the sagging anus of reality.
Nice.
Just pouring out of the prolapsed anus of real life. Okay, guys? Yeah? Keen? Too real, yeah?
Yeah.
They don't call me High Too Real Rankin for nothing.
Oh, is that what that initial stands for?
Yeah.
Wow.
2R is what it says. 2 motherfucking real.
Right.
Yeah? Do you think I'm as real as it gets, or do you think I could get realer? Is there... I've heard the quote, there are levels to this shit.
Yeah,
I don't really know what it means, but has that got anything to do with it?
I don't know. I think the rule of thumb is if you're going around going, I'm real, then you're probably not.
Oh, okay. What about real recognises real? Is there any substantiating evidence to that claim?
That might be, yeah.
Okay, so if you recognise someone that is real, does that mean you're real by default?
Only if you don't say it out loud.
Ipso facto.
Yeah.
Like, I'd say you're one of the realest ever, Squiff. So does that, therefore, ipso facto equal me being as real as can be?
No, but it means I am, though.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Don't
sort
boast,
of see where this goes.
so other people can boast for you.
Okay, all right, yeah. I guess. But what if they're not boasting about me? Am I doing something wrong?
Yeah, step it up.
All right, yeah. Oh, that's where the levels to this shit thing comes in. Right. I'm getting it.
Ceiling.
I'm starting to get it now. I think that's not charged up, is it? What's going on here? See, these are still low. This is why I'm down in the lower levels, you see. I don't understand. Oh, God. Oh, no, we're back. Oh, we're in business.
Hey.
Guys, don't worry about it. It's totally fine. It'll be absolutely fine.
Lobsters.
Oh, thank God for that.
A rendition of that should be done. Like, what's that George Michael song? Careless Whisper. That saxophone bit.
Yeah.
There should be like a Bricks Don't Roll version like that.
Yeah, what, a romantic sax version?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it? There must be,
It would make it a bit more listenable.
We have literally tens of listeners, yeah, and there must be one of them must play a saxophone. Guys, saxy people.
Speak up.
Sexual harassment. If you're not too busy engorged in some sort of, I don't know, brass section-based Me Too for your sexual misconduct. There you go, making that pun again.
Sexual harassment.
Yeah, if you're not embroiled in a brass band-based Me Too campaign, then please get in touch, because I would love to have a romantic sax version of Bricks Don't Roll. And maybe of the Nine as well, I think. Could you...
Done with the tuba.
Yeah. I could also see the Bricks Don't Roll being done on a bugle as well. Maybe while someone else does bugle in the background. Look, we're coming up with all the ideas here today. Guys, look, we can't come up with them all, even though we are.
Right.
Fucking hell.
Firing on all cylinders today.
Yeah. Hey, we're a woman down today. Outrageous.
Apparently someone was up all night and was a lightweight and couldn't make it in.
Oh, dear.
I didn't get much sleep either.
No.
Here I am.
Yep.
You know.
Dimmy was supposed to be in. Dimmy
word.
of Dogs on Acid, moderator fame. You know, the fabled DOA mods.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they're out of control. They are living the high life in London. She comes over to London, comes over to the big city, can't hold her booze, stays up all night. Animal. Disgrace. Absolute disgrace.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'll see if she's about next week. Look, guys, the news. Yeah, news. Hayley mocks me relentlessly for the way I say news. She's like, news.
Does she mock you for the way you say Elon as well?
Elion.
Yeah. She should.
Yeah. I'm just calling him what I would prefer him to be called. Elon Musk. Elongated muskrat.
Where did the I come from?
Just put it in there for shits and giggles.
All right.
Some people got annoyed. They're like, it's pronounced Elon, and like spelling it out phonetically for me. Like, yeah thanks, Karen.
No.
Just want to see the kids. Young people are growing horns in their skull due to excessive phone use, scientists claim.
Ooh.
In before Joe Waits gets in there with, I've got actual horns, in the chat. What else have we got? Boy kicked out after... Boy 17 kicked out after saying there are only two genders. Okie dokie, I'm sure that's a laugh riot.
Great.
Yeah, gangs in Benidorm are spiking drinks and robbing tourists.
Oh, I'm sure they've been doing that for ages.
Yeah, you fucking know it. What have we got? Oh, Jesus, where's Creepy Joe? Hold on, let me find Creepy Joe. This is outrageous. Have you seen this yet?
Oh, more Joe Biden.
Creepy Joe Biden, El Creepo. Joe Biden wants to criminalise raves. Resurfaced footage shows I would put that son of a gun in jail. I'd just like to...
Whilst touching a little girl in a weird way.
Joe Biden whispers into your ear, unsolicited, I want to put promoters in jail.
He looks like a fucked up Chevy Chase from
Why is he
a different
doing
timeline.
What's he doing there? Is he like, I got boobies. I'm a lady. What's he doing? Why is he touching his tits?
When he hasn't molested someone in like 5 minutes, he molests himself.
It's possible.
I think it's like Tourette.
Yeah, do you think he's got to do some groping, and if there's no one else available, if there's not a 9-year-old girl in the room,
make America grope again.
Oh, come on, guys! Unbelievable. I mean, that could... How has someone not done that with bloody Trump and the whole pussy grabbing routine? It must have.
It must have been done.
Must have been. Come on, let's get this. Is going to be a fun Google. America. Grope. Oh. Ah, yeah, yeah. I'm
they're
afraid.
on hats?
Yep.
Oh.
Anti-Trump hat on Zazzle.
Oh, fucking Zazzle.
Yeah, there it is. 27 quid.
Oh, fuck off.
Fuck you. Jesus.
I'd rather just buy the actual Trump hat.
Yeah. I mean,
I low-key want one.
I have one. Actually, no. My dad got me one from America. He went to America and he said, "Do you want anything?" I said, "Yeah, I want to make America great again." Hat. It's, it's a piece of cultural history in a way. And he got me one, and I wore it to a party. Hayley's parents.
Nice.
It gathered last from most people, apart from one person who will remain nameless, who couldn't bear to be in the same room as it. Like, all right, it's only a joke. Like, fucking hell.
Some countries are in a war, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You're getting triggered over a fucking hat.
Yeah, hat not even being worn by a Trump supporter, but being worn as effectively
Ironically.
a fancy dress item. Like, it's like a KKK hood. Fuck
How
off.
very dare you, sir. Fetch me your manager immediately.
Please, Karen. I just want to see the kids. Let's watch Creepy Joe. Here he is, talking in Delaware for something or other.
This is more of a local problem. If I were governor of my state or mayor of my town, I would be passing new ordinances relating to stiff criminal penalties for anyone who held a rave. The promoter, the guy who owned the building. I would put the son of a gun in jail. I would change the law. But we're afraid to do that because we affect commercial interests. They get kind of shaky when we do that. I would be moving vigorously. You can ask my cops who are going to come and testify. And you know your folks. There's no doubt about where these raves are. In the middle of the desert. Arrest the promoter. Find a rationale unrelated to drugs. Keeping an unsafe, for example, I'm the guy who authored the crack house legislation. We can use the crack house legislation to tear down these buildings.
He's a real piece of shit, huh?
Well, that's Burning Man over then, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
Or are they too rich for the law?
He literally every single. Look how smug he is in every single frame.
He's got such a punchable face, hasn't he?
He is absolutely unbearable.
Right.
Like, just you get him on trumped up charges, whatever you can make stick. Like,
I'm
and
surprised
the
the creepy
crack
thing
house
wasn't enough.
Honestly,
Actual video evidence of him
being the creepiest motherfucker out there. Like,
it's gross.
I just don't understand. Like, okay, so I think we're sort of fairly well, obviously not in America, but like, they want to get Trump out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so who are your options to put up? Fucking handsy Joe Biden or a 200-year-old socialist? Like, that's all right. That's how you're going to beat Trump, is it? Like, okay, another 4 years.
Dead by...
Bernie's not going to make it. He's 400 years old. He's a mummy. He sleeps in a tomb. He is the reincarnation of Tutankhamun. He is cursed. He is a zombie walking the earth. Just
slouched over. His face is in the middle of his torso.
We need more socialism. Oh God. Just all right. Well, say hello to another 4 years of fucking Donny T.
Yeah.
Forget it. Jesus, forget it.
Choices.
Man. Yeah, if ever the South Park episode of Douche and a Turd Sandwich is ever more appropriate. I mean, you know,
it was a prophecy.
We're not ones to talk, though. Jeremy Hunt and Bojo. Fuck my old boots. I'm a bit annoyed that Snips went out in the early round, although I will say Lob's policies were a little bit spicy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the hardest Brexit you could ever. We're just going to build a wall around England, even keeping out Scotland and Wales.
So bitch, I gave you a makeover. You're going to try and send me home.
Yeah,
prick.
yeah, he would at the drop of a hat. That's it. It's like, you know, you knew he was a snake when you picked him up.
Ingrate.
Disgraceful. It's the frog and the scorpion all over again. You know, it's in my nature. Tunes-wise... I can't even see the screen with these ridiculous sunglasses on.
No, you just lost the cool.
Oh, yeah, sorry. The cool factor of the show has just plummeted into the ground. Bits, decided on the shoe thrower of the week. I think it's, for me, there is this Rockwell and Christ. Rockwell, and Rockwell. Ah, yes, Rockwell, and the Upbeats. In my old boots. It's called Level. Oh no, Rockwell and Face. Sorry, it's called Block. Rockwell and Face. That's a naughty bit. There's one of these. It's called Unawaken You.
Oh yeah.
Unawaken You by JV. That was a naughty bit. And also, I've got a Joe Ford remix of Face. So it's quite face heavy, but that's fine. Let's have this Joe Ford remix of Face. Came in hard, didn't it? Yeah. Joe, I'm not Yang Gang anymore. I've swapped sides to Tulsi Gabbard. Don't call me weird, yeah, but I can't hear properly when I've got sunglasses on. So when one of my senses is slightly impaired, they all go out the window. Monkey Z says, you're such a cunt, Rankin, lol.
Oh.
I like that lol is now used as a sort of, doesn't mean laugh out loud, it just means don't take what I've said too seriously. Yeah. I do my best at being a cunt.
Yeah, it's no joke.
No, exactly. 7 reasons why Tulsi Gabbard. She seems like a reasonable centre-left Democrat. She's a woman and I support women. I'm with her. Oh. Not that her, the other her. Yeah, the better her. Yeah, this is naughty. This is Energy, spelt with an IE, because of reasons, by Face, Joe Ford remix. He's a naughty boy, Joe Ford. Naughty boy. Naughty, he's a rascal. Not mine, not mine. Yeah, that's Joe Ford remix of Energy by Face. Face! Face!
Face it, love.
Face it, Karen. You're not going to let me see the kids, but I am not. I am no longer playing No Child Support. It's no hashtag No Child Support. That's a really niche jiu-jitsu joke that literally no one listening to this show is going to get.
I just thought you mispronounced.
Support.
Yeah.
It's the Brazilian way of pronouncing it.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Young people are growing horns in their skull due to excessive phone use. Scientists claim.
At least it's not in their pants.
There you go. Yep. The horn is definitely going down, apparently, for Gen Zs. They're having less sex, doing less shagging. I think they're just whacking, just spending their whole time whacking instead. Maybe this prawn ban might put paid to that. It won't.
They won't ban it.
The thing is, yeah, all right, young people, horns, they've all got the phones to the side of their heads. No one talks on the phone anymore.
No.
And if they do, they're using AirPods.
Yeah, but those are even worse.
Probably, but isn't it? All right, well, let's just... Fucking Jasper Hamill. Jesus Christ. Anyway, 512 shares, Jasper Hamill. Can celebratory pint for you after work today. Buddy, little bud. Let's just ignore this. Iran says ready for war after shooting down US drone. We'll just shan't worry about that. Plus, there's a story about
in other news.
Yeah, there's a story above it anyway about a woman drinking pink gin from a wine glass on the tube. That's
obviously more important.
Really, much more important. Scientists have discovered that young people are developing weird horn-like growths in their skull caused by excessive phone use. Researchers from Australia found small build-ups of bone in the back of the head, which are a result of bad posture. It is believed that bending over a phone can transfer weight to the back of the head, resulting in the growth of bone in nearby ligaments and tendons. Okay, so it's not actually from having the phone to your head, like the freaking... Like, whoever made this illustration for the article, they not read the article. Like, that's fake news, for a start. All illustration of fake is fake news, because if it's not a photograph, then it's not 100% accurate, therefore it's fake news. Yeah. Artists, Artists, fake news. You may say it looks like a bird's beak, a horn, a hook. Chiropractor's not real science. David Shahar, first author of a paper discussing the problem, told the Washington Post. These formations take a long time to develop. So that means that those individuals who suffer from them probably have been stressing that area since early childhood. I probably didn't start bending over a phone really until about age 20, bending the knee to the phone, I guess. So maybe I'll have escaped this somewhat. Shahar and the colleagues have written 2 pieces of research about the horns, which is now being discussed online thanks to a recent article on the BBC with the headline, How Modern Life is Transforming the Human Skeleton. Their latest research was published last year and warned of sustained aberrant postures associated with the emergence of extensive use of handheld contemporary technologies such as smartphones and tablets. How many words can I deliberately fucking accidentally mispronounce words and words can I deliberately mispronounce just because I'm kooky and weird?
Oh, God.
Hey, welcome to Kooky Town on Coffee and Memes. Hey, Elon Musk has been up to
Lobsters.
It's the wacky morning show.
Oh, my God. You sound like Dr. Fox or something.
Oh, God. Maybe I'll be presenting the whole rest of the show in the local radio voice. Okay, so what else we got coming up in the news? We'll have the travel report to you in 5 minutes. Okay, these lumps... funny article, actually. We found in a newspaper called The Metro today. Teenagers are growing horns on the sides of their heads. Do you have a teenager? Is he growing horns? Get in touch with the show. The lumps are called enlarged external occipital protuberances and are not harmful in themselves, although they are a portent of something nasty going on elsewhere, a sign that the head and neck are not in proper configuration. Him and his team found horns in 41% of young adults they assessed, with men more affected than women. The small formations were more than 10 millimeters in size. That's not good, is it? That is a full centimetre.
It is. Sure
Wow. Wow. I mean, a full centimetre, it's about what you do with it that counts, isn't it? Okay. If you have the horns, you can probably feel them by reaching around the bottom of the back of your head. What? Where? Where, though?
I don't think I have one. I
ain't had the horn since fucking 1987. No. Okay. No horns. No horns for us, I guess. Okay, let's get into these. Oh, Smithers, my boy, Smithers. Gangs in Benidorm spiking drinks and robbing tourists. Brits going on holiday to Benidorm are being targeted by gangs of thieves, according to expats living in the popular resort. The warning comes after one tourist claims to have woken up on a beach without his shoes and wallet.
I mean, that could be
the
just a really good night.
Yeah. They said the gangs are posing as holiday makers and targeting unsuspecting travellers in bars, clubs and restaurants, which claim to have, with claims that some of them have had their drinks spiked. Some crooks have allegedly been spotted gathering at the crossroads at midnight to sell their souls to the devil, before targeting men as they make their way home late at night. Some men are reportedly even dressing up as women in a bid to rob inebriated Brits. Traps. Oh, no.
It's that question about traps.
No.
Are traps gay?
Are traps gay?
Yeah.
Some of them?
Yeah.
Dunno. So, I mean, dunno. Are you a trap? Are there any traps listening to the show? Get in touch. Your anonymity will be preserved. Don't you worry about that. GDPR, etc. So, local expats have now taken to social media to warn people heading to Costa Blanca this summer about the spate of thefts. Be on the lookout for traps. In a Facebook group dedicated to the Spanish resort, one person warned, "This happened to a guy. His friend reported him missing. He had been spiked. Trainers, phone, wallet, etc. missing. He was found on the beach. Please be careful. Do not leave your drinks unattended." According to the report in The Sun, a Romanian woman was arrested after she allegedly stole 400 quid from a tourist, while another was nicked for apparently swiping a 5-gram watch from an elderly man. One woman was then accused of stealing a wallet which contained 400 nicker. Is that the amount of money that Brits carry on them? Just straight 400 quid the whole time?
Yeah, it's really specific.
Yeah. Sorry, there's that much more banter in this story. Squiff, maybe we just move on, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I have a feeling this has been happening for a really long time.
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't feel like a revelation of any sort.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine that as long as tourism has been a thing, tourists have been being robbed by people.
It's the second oldest
everywhere.
profession.
Yes, yeah, in the whole world. You know, but maybe a band of travelling religious types in search of a star would pass through your village and you'd pickpocket them. Or you'd steal their Rolex
all
watch.
That myrrh.
Yeah, exactly. You'd pilfer them, you know. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Maybe you'd steal their religion and appropriate it as your own. Something like that. Could be. Real life.
Never happened before.
No way.
Nope.
No chance. Real life Robocop hits the streets to fight crime and bust lawbreakers.
Your move, creep.
Yeah. That's a sort of roller egg, isn't it? It's
more like R2D2.
Yeah, a butt plug, isn't it? It's a police butt plug, just getting out there and pegging criminals.
Instead of metaphorically shafting you, they'll be doing it for real.
Yeah. Oh, I missed that. I was going to download it. Joe posted in the Facebook group a very strange video of an imam making the case that if you have sex with the woman on top, it can make you gay. No, or was it the other way around? No. Yeah, because then the man lying down, the woman's supposed to lie down. Yeah, that's how sex works apparently. Yeah. And then, but if the woman goes on top, then the man is representing the woman, and before you know it, it's pegging, and then everyone knows that the gay switch is up the bum, and then there you go. Then that's it. That's how it creeps in, guys. Watch out. I think that's scientific, actually scientific evidence there.
There's no real evidence, but it is scientific fact.
Yeah, that's how the devil gets in. Yeah. Yeah, just Nouts are queer as folk, shall we say. Californian cops are going to use a police robot. All right, well, let's have a look at him. He looks like a happy chappy.
Good day to you.
Fuck you, cops. Is it playing that noise? It's very Demolition Man, isn't it?
Told you that film was the end game.
Yeah. Wesley Snipes, played by Wesley Snipes. All right, yeah. Anything more? You just kick it over. Kick its hat off.
It kind of looks like a kind of Red Bull as well.
A Red Bull? It does, yeah, a little bit, yeah. Yeah, I mean, won't be long before they're branded. Be an Amazon branded police. What he does is after the video cuts out, he just goes along and just arrests 3 black teenagers for nothing.
He has a gun.
Yeah.
Planted.
It's just 3 kids just playing in the park. Like, he was reaching. This is really surreal, actually. The fact that there's no narration or anything, it's just these odd noises.
I mean, what is with that noise? It must have a purpose.
Yeah, it's like, so also when they were making it, like, okay, well, we need some sort of like incidental music to be playing, I guess, to calm people down as their robot overlords slowly take over. Can we get Eno on the case, just like, yeah, that seems to work. This is fucking, right, roller pig, come on, God's sake. In the famous film, RoboCop is a half-man, half-machine hunter-killer. Right, who delights in shooting suspects in the testicles, shooting at the heads of people who light up in no-smoking areas. But the real-life robot policeman is a little gentler. Why have they gendered it? Policeman? Police officer, surely. Who wrote this? Jasper Hamill?
Yeah,
you
he needs
bigot.
to get woke, mate.
Jesus Christ. Gendering, what's this? Robot butt plugs. Police robot butt plugs. Disgraceful.
Yeah.
Shut it down. Where are we? But HP RoboCop will not arrest people for mean tweets. Thank God.
Yeah, they have actual cops to do that.
Fuck's sake. They wrote, but the new RoboCop will be out tackling knife crime, while the real police are out arresting people for mean tweets. Yeah. Oh God. The autonomous data machine was officially unveiled by the Huntington Park Police Department on Tuesday, June 18th. It is equipped with 360-degree video cameras and will be used to monitor and surveil areas such as parks and city buildings. I think that's an invasion of privacy, quite honestly. Totally. The bot on the beat will be able to relay video footage from its cameras to police headquarters so it can scramble real officers. If you're in a park and maybe you start tweeting, they might come to check your thinking on the tweets, you know. HP Cop will also be able to speak to the public and say things like, "Excuse me," and "Good day to you," and "On your knees, punk."
Your move, creep.
Yeah, Huntington Park is roughly 6 miles southeast of downtown Los Angeles. Thanks for that little tidbit there, right. Jasper Hamill. Very excited that we can officially call on HP RoboCop to help our police officers patrol our city, said Mayor Karina Marcius. This is a big accomplishment for our city, and introducing HP RoboCop shows innovation and the incorporation of new technology. I am certainly impressed with HP RoboCop and can't wait to see the public safety benefits it will be bringing to our community. Okie dokie. Mark Richard Milton, who is a stalwart in the Metro comments, says, "The gangbanger retards that infest California will laugh at it before dismantling it and selling the remains for drugs."
And shitting on the remains.
It's the lawmakers it needs to hunt down, arrest. That's Carlos Griffin there with a unique spin on it, that actually it needs to go out and arrest police. Yeah. Great stuff, Carlos. Guys. Yeah, cheers, Mr. or Mrs. Griffin. Right, what have we got? Let's have this Unawaken You bit, which, to be honest, I'm thinking of calling it, but yeah, let me know. Oh, wow, look, I missed this. Michael Gove has a Girls for Gove fandom, and we hope it's a joke.
I hope it's a joke too.
Yeah. There was a guy on First Dates who was a stalwart of the May's Gays hashtag on Twitter of all the gay fans of Theresa May. He looked like a fun lad. He can come round. He's invited round for dinner anytime he wants. this Girls for Gove is absolute gold. Calling any politician daddy is just going to cause mass triggerings.
It's so wrong.
It's Gove as well.
Especially him.
He looks like a ventriloquist dummy on a come down. Like, it's like the taxi driver out of Total Recall. Look, see, there he is. Benny the taxi driver, I believe he's called. Oh no, Johnny Cab. He actually looks like more like Rory Stewart. I have to say, Rory Stewart gives me weird sort of Mr. Bishy vibes.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know, just Google image search him and then Google image search Mr. Bishy and there's something, I don't know, it's, yeah.
Don't know if I want to pull at that thread.
Yeah. You don't need that in your browser history. That's Unawaken You by JV. I think I'm going to have to give that shoe throw of the week, really. There's a blinder. Yes, Big Wodge announcing, get everyone go and watch get the John B's Get Stuffed video. It's amazing. I saw it. John sent it to me earlier in the week. It is quite a remarkable piece of cinematography that he made entirely by himself. Just hardcoring it over 5 days. It's quite wonderful. I was going to play a clip of it on the show today, but I completely fucking forgot.
It's that sort of day.
It is that sort of day, yeah. Lord of mercy. What else do we have? Look, this is... oh, God, I can't get over this.
The best part about that picture is the...
Just, Thicky Queen.
Yeah, that too.
I can't get over it. Wow. Also, you versus the guy she told you not to worry about with Boris Johnson. Oh, it's too good. Love it.
Politics is fascinating.
UK's first meat-free butchers opens up the road from struggling butcher. That's called a greengrocer's.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. All right, yeah, fancy getting into this? How model Abigail Ratchford earns 720 grand posting pictures on Instagram and Snapchat. I need some tips because...
You're on the wrong job.
Yeah, well, I could use 720 grand. Oh, I could buy loads of stuff with it. Young people in 2019 feel as though they are overworked and underpaid. Often quite rightly. However, there are some among us who are making an absolute fortune from a line of work that, until recently, didn't even exist. Abigail Ratchford is a prime example, raking in a massive 720 grand a year by posting pictures of herself on Instagram and Snapchat. Not bad work if you can get it. Mm-hmm. 27-year-old has amassed 9.1 million followers on Instagram and earns 6.5 grand a post.
How do you make money from Instagram? I don't get it.
Promoting someone else's products for cash.
All right, yeah.
Effectively, you're an advertising platform. Think about that for a second. Months of your alarm going off, putting your shitty work clothes on. Why have you got shit on your work clothes? Unless you work in a sewer. Getting stuck in rush hour, listening to Tim talk about his stupid kids. Look, I don't think stupid is a nice way to refer to Tim's disabled kids, Jake Massey. They're doing their best, yeah, and they don't need lad Bible journalists bloody calling them stupid. That is extremely unfair. They have learning difficulties.
But so does Light Bible. You'd think they'd have more empathy.
Yeah, you would think so, wouldn't you? Apparently not. Meetings, and eventually you will have accrued 6,300 quid. Meanwhile, Abigail whips on a camouflage bodysuit and gets her mate to take a pic. Puts it on Insta with a caption, "I've never been one to blend in." And voila, she's paid.
She says, looking
6,000.
exactly like Jordan.
Yeah. Okay, this is just the tip of the iceberg, though. The model from Pennsylvania, USA, makes a shit ton more through brand deals and calendar shoots and has made millions of pounds since launching her career. So, I guess she got a premium Snapchat on something. Is she selling nudes? What's the deal? Or is it just models? I know models make a lot of money if they're at the top of the game.
If you're an Instagram model, it just definitely means nudes.
Yeah.
It's a rule of thumb.
Fine, whatever. That's the beauty of the free market, isn't it?
Right.
However, Abigail says she never planned on this career. Rather, it took off after pics of her went viral on social media. Speaking to the Daily Star, she said, "It happened totally by accident. I did a shit kind of by accident, and the pics I ended up all over the place and got loads of attention. I started building my following after that. And once I realised I could make a lot of money through it, when brands and merch and that leg, I was hooked."
Yeah, it sounds like she talks like that.
I so, yeah. After developing an online following, Abigail moved to LA in 2014 and has done shoots for Esquire and Maxim. Her following has also helped her acquire a whole host of lucrative brand deals. She said, "Brand deals come in there from email, and I was goes to my manager and he negotiates a deal for it and gives us pocket money. He knows the things I'm interested in, so that's what he'll tend to pursue. Like skincare, bikinis, lingerie, collabs, stuff I'm using in normal life and that. Because of my following, I'm able to charge an amount if I endorse something. I have a big contract with Ignite and Fashion Nova per month and that for just putting on clothes. And her annual calendar doesn't hurt the old purse either. She added, "When my calendar drops in October, I make close to 6 figures off that." I need to do a calendar. I think that's it, isn't it? That's all you got to do. Make 6 figures, release a calendar.
Yeah, you got to get
do a
in
calendar,
quick, though.
mate. You think? Oh yeah, I've got to get it ready for October.
Yeah, beauty fades.
Yeah, all right. Cheers, mate.
Done as
I know.
forever.
Yeah, the young and the beautiful have nothing to fear but time itself, as they say. As for the secret of success, Abigail seems to put it down to not listening to the haters and having lots of whiteboards. All right?
Whiteboards.
Yeah, she says, "Make a big vision board of all the huge goals and that I want to achieve, then break them down into smaller ones. I have whiteboards everywhere in my house. I fucking live in a whiteboard Wendy house. It's driving me fucking insane. I make £1 million a year selling pictures of my bumhole." I write out my goals for each month, career-wise, personal-wise, things that I want to work on and within myself in order to grow and be the best version of myself. You know, it actually sounds all right. She seems to have got her shit together, hasn't she?
Yeah,
She's making a pound note. She's out there obtaining the grain. You know, any shade I'm throwing her way is 100% jealousy. Right, I'm off to buy a whiteboard. Got to speculate to accumulate, haven't you? Yes, Jake Massey, you do. Now, if you would
Look like that.
let's find out what are Jake Massey's credentials. Where is he? Here he is. Jake Massey is a journalist at Light Bible. He graduated from Newcastle University, where he learnt a bit about media and a lot about living without heating. After spending a few years in Australia and New Zealand, Jake secured a role at an obscure radio station in Norwich, inadvertently becoming a real-life Alan Partridge in the process. From there, Jake became a reporter at the Eastern Daily Press. Jake enjoys playing football, listening to media, and writing about himself in the third person. Okay, he has no credentials whatsoever. Yeah. Literally nothing. But, you know, what are you going to do? Anyway, Arif Khan says, "I get paid over £90 an hour working from home with 2 kids. I never thought I'd be able to do it, but my best friend earns over 10k a month doing this, and she convinced me to try. The potential of this is endless. Here's where I've been doing." And she's very kind of her. She's posted a link in the bottom of it with a number of emojis, and wow, it looks like a
Looks legit.
Yeah, it looks like a legit get rich quick scheme. So thanks for that, Arif Khan. That's really kind of you, actually. Maybe there are some decent people left in this world.
Yeah.
Shit, I haven't had the fucking charger in there. That's going to ruin my life. Jesus Christ. Let's have one more bit. What else do we have? Oh, yeah, this Face and Rockwell bit. It's called Block.
Warhammer.
This is Block by Rockwell and Face. It's on some kind of record label, I think. Ooh. That's Block, Rockwell and Face. It's a record. No one can take that away from them. Millionaire looks for sex doll that looks like his ex-wife. And why the hell shouldn't he? Well, if he's a millionaire, you can get him made to look however you want, can't you?
Exactly.
What would be the point in being a millionaire if you didn't spend money on things like that? It's undoubtedly hard when a partner leaves. People cut their fringes. People often use self-soothing techniques to ease the pain. There are a whole load of songs, for example, about the lingering scent of an ex-lover on pillows or clothes left behind. All right, Jessica Lindsay. Really ham up the fucking intro to this. For this man, however, he's looking for a whole lot more than a blanket with a spritz of Chanel No. 5. Right, I'm just imagining...
Is she the ex-wife?
Could be. I'm imagining she's writing this in a sort of French apartment somewhere next to a window on an old typewriter, yeah, with the woodbine, with a gin and tonic, just musing, a sort of, heady morning, just writing the Metro article. An online marketplace. Oh no! Instead, he wants someone to make him a sex doll that looks exactly like his ex-wife. An online marketplace, Hush Hush, which is typically used by the wealthy. All right.
Okay. Sounds like an advert for Hush Hush.
Yeah, also, let's draw the class divisions here, just straight away. I get the feeling that Jessica Lindsay is a commie. The man sent in a self-proclaimed unusual request. Explaining in the email, he detailed how his wife left him in late 2017 after they spent 35 years together, saying she didn't love him anymore. Oh!
F.
Press F to pay respects. He calls himself bereft and says that he has exhausted all avenues but has not been able to find a solution to this sadness.
Has he tried a haircut?
Yeah, has he tried pingers? Has he tried searching to rescue his father from the belly of the whale? And tidying his room? Although it may appear somewhat creepy at first instance, the man said, they're not quoting any of that. All right, should we read the thing? It's too fucking small to be able to read.
And then it's blurry.
Yeah, can we make it out? Hi, I have an unusual request that I'm hoping you might be able to help me with. First of all, I appreciate that this may sound odd, but I've exhausted all other avenues and have not been able to find a solution. As background, I should explain, in late 2017, my wife, 35 years, left me, saying she no longer loved me, and I have since been bereft. Because of this, I'm trying to find someone who can help me create a sex doll that looks like my ex. I know it sounds weird, but she is the only woman I've ever known, and I can't face the idea of getting intimate with anyone else. Poor dude. I feel for him, man. While there are companies who can offer customization, none of them come close to the level of detail I'm looking for.
She has a scar on her left bum.
Yeah, just... I don't know, he has a slight nip of the
Crazy.
I'm going to wear your face
about
him. I have hundreds of photographs of her that the model can be based upon, but most importantly, it needs to match her beautiful auburn hair, which would be genuine. Other materials don't really matter too much as long as I can snuggle up to it. But I would like to look as close to her as possible. Can you... I'm struggling immediately to think of anything more heart-wrenchingly sad than if he got it delivered and he was overjoyed by it, and then him snuggling up to this sort of effigy of his ex-wife and just stroking its hair.
I'm wondering if what would be cheaper, this or just having your wife killed and taxidermied, because it's the same result, right?
Yeah, I mean, has he put out a budget for it? I mean,
if money's no object.
Money's no object, you know.
Hire a hitman.
He's obviously also, capable of finding the slightly weirder elements of the internet. Shame that he's been sort of outed for it. But yeah, get on the dark web, buddy. I'm sure there are guys that can facilitate almost anything.
Yeah.
Do not have your wife killed. I cannot stress that enough. I can't really come to terms with the idea of dating again. As I said, she's the only woman I've ever known. We met before I was rich, and I don't think I would trust any other woman to be interested in me rather than my money. Oh. Yeah, these hoes ain't loyal, I'm afraid. If you are able to help me, I would be incredibly grateful. Money isn't an object. Okay, so yeah, you could hire a hitman.
Yeah.
Don't. Just saying could. Really,
but should you?
No. Money isn't an object for this request, so I'm hoping you may know some companies or people that can help me out. Did he get help?
Psychiatric help?
Yeah, okay. It might be a case for Jade Stanley, who appeared on This Morning this week promoting her sex dolls for widowers. Oh, is this going to... I think, yeah, we've had her on before. Yeah, she's trying to give it the sort of help people spin, helping, the vulnerable, maybe people with mental illness or anxiety issues. Like, bullshit, you're selling sex dolls. You're just trying to, explain it away to your middle-class friends at your book group. Like, I'm making a pound note out of these sex dolls, sex robots. And they're like, oh, right, that sounds seedy. No. It's just, it's to help people with, anxiety issues and widowers and, all that sort of stuff.
All above board.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that's such a noble cause. Yeah, they're $4,000 each. Right? Okay.
So brave.
So beautiful, brave and bold.
Stunning.
Perhaps it's slightly different given the fact that their partners have passed on and this man's ex is still very much alive. Okay, do you need to give consent for others to use their likeness in an intimate way? It's a question that will surely come up more in the next few years as realistic dolls grow in popularity. Okay, they've got a little poll here. How would you feel if your ex had a sex doll made of you? Squiff? Ambivalent. Just wouldn't care. No, all right, wouldn't care. Wouldn't care. Lowest, 29%. Flattered, 37%. Extremely violated, 34%. Right, okie dokie. Listen, guys. It's the end of the week. It's the end of the show. It's the end of the world as we know it.
One last thing.
Yeah?
Jungle Syndicate.
Yeah,
That's tonight.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Which
if you're
club?
in London. The Cause.
The Cause.
Stoke Newington.
Right,
It's
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Trying to remember without the flyer.
B Key is playing, I know that much.
Yeah, it's a really, really good lineup. And if you're in London, and if some people have gotten over the hangover, they should probably come to the Cause.
Ooh. Wow.
Say
okay.
hi.
Throwing a bit of sass
Throw
out
a
there at the
shoe.
same time. Very nice. Right, guys, thank you for listening this week. You're all wonderful. Be back on Monday. As ever, the VIP list is Oliver Hooper, Nicholas Goncalves, Tom Ryan, Reece Mosson, Squidgy Beats, Parsons, Pauly Hutton, Ciarán R, Michael Kedzierski, Big Maddie Tomkins, Dave Long, Joel Potter, Colm Murphy, Sam Howard, Tony J, Richard Patterson, Jack Murphy, Tom Camm, Stephen Harris, Matthieu Boulard, Zara Pickle, Jeroen Van Thunderbutt, Mike Pye, Anthony Walker, Lily Unsub, Richard Franks, Thomas Hall, Chode Ryder, Andrew Heichelbech, John Finison, the BDR Crew, Peter Blatchford, Austin Grief Cooper, Gennady Lightfield, Ryan Glaser, James Parry, Dave Thompson, Hendo Bartendo, Lady Scripton, Dan fucking Morris, Guy With No STD, Justin Mercer, Ames MC, Josh Williams, Rob Humphrey, Shibby T, Coco Shiva, Dan Elton, Taran Wilmore, Mr. Pope, Dark Progressive Side Trance is actually superior to drum and bass, Nicolas Lorcy, Dameon Rayner, Kris Breaks, The Bill, Karissa Barthelson, Odin Bates, Lee Fuller, Daniel Genvy, Flaxis, Alexander Cassidy, Matt Wright, Dylan Laws, Grant Sullivan, Tom Robertson, Greg Cornford, Grace Sellers, Dad Smasher, Connor Smythe, Kim and Kaiser, Chris Shaw, Miss Happy, German Tots over the D&B, Ranking Makes Up, Listening Vocal Sunshots Under the Air, Cosmic Wife, Keep It Cool, Tall and Motor Paul, Don't Let Meet Loaf, Nick Brock, Mustang Freddie, Sean Simpson, Robin Card, Sam House, Hugh Downer, Sarah Hunt, The Hitchmuffs, L Tate, Willay, Ben Virgo, Den Tweed, Lupe Salazar, Big Watch, Hill, Mighty Danny, Nick Fleming, Carl Lewis, Gordon Liz, Kyle Williams, Tom Skiffer, unfortunately, it's George DC, Anthony Sharp, and the sun is busted this morning.
We didn't start the fire.
Woo! Yeah. I should start doing it to the tune of, what else could you do it to?
Rap God by Eminem.
Yeah. And Claudio Lovesmear.
Oh.
Wow.
Loves me. Is that a real name?
Lovesmear. Yes. Smearing the love.
Yeah. It's...
all over the curtains. Right, guys, I love you. Squiff, thanks for coming on.
Hey,
I will see everyone on Monday, yeah? Yeah, keep it real. Real recognises real.
Lobsters.
Yeah.
You have learned nothing.
No, nothing. Okay, love you, bye.